King Drew.
Yo. Yes, sir. We back, man. You know, this is the best place to be on your lovely Tuesday evening. I'm with Arvon Bacon, got a nice smile tonight. Also with Jerome, man. Got to give him praise as well, man. He got a great guest for us tonight, y'all, man. Aaron Greggory from Douglas County High School. Shout out to Jerome for getting this great guest, man. Got to talk to him before as well, after games as well. But, man, really great kid. Can't wait to talk a little bit about him. But before we continue on, I know we're about to bring him on in just a sec. How you boys feeling tonight? What's your quick first and foremost from this past week?
Man.
First and foremost, I need everybody to stop texting me when my team loses, okay? Like text me throughout the week, warm me up a little bit. Don't just come out of nowhere like, oh, I see, are you okay? The Eagles won. Hey, bro, I'm watching a game. I see what's going on. Like, come on. God.
Hang in there, brother. It ain't as worth being a Falcons fan, so I don't know if I'm late or on time. But first and foremost, I got to follow you, man. Shout out to Arthur Blank for letting Arthur Smith go. I was telling my boy, I said, man, Arthur ain't it. Arthur ain't it, man. We should have went with Arthur on what's that show back in the day? Arthur, he had like the little ears, the little animal Arthur. But I like Dan Quinn to keep it a buck, but I don't like Bill Belichick neither. But that's just my first and foremost. Shout out to Arthur Blank.
Really? Why we don't like about Belichick real quick?
Because he's got a tougher offense. We got a young core group. Maybe over a long span of time it might work, but I think it's trying to get something new and innovative in the city, man. We've been running with these old coaches. I know Arthur is kind of younger, but he has some great hair. We need somebody that's it's got all that color in, man.
No doubt, Georgia. Atlanta needs that youth movement. They need that something to spark the city, man. So I agree with that, honestly. Like, I'm not a Panthers fan, but I agree with him right there. Atlanta needs youth. It needs a new quarterback that's gonna bring some juice. It just needs that swagger. Atlanta needs that swagger back.
I like a little color too. Yeah, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there was MLK there. Let's keep things rolling in the right direction.
100%.
Drove like my bad.
My first and foremost, man, it gotta be the big news today, man. Gotta give a shout out to Coach Mill, man. He kind of, he teased it a little bit, and it came to fruition today, man. But the number one gotta be Juju Lewis, man. We're gonna go more in depth about it, but I think, man, that's the headliner, right? Him reclassifying. Instead of being a junior next year, he will be a senior, reclassifying to the 2025 class. He is now rated as the number 2 overall quarterback in the 25 class. And they also, as a breaking news as well, Jarrett Curtis from Tennessee is now the number 1 quarterback in the 26 class. So that's big news. We're going to obviously react and give our thoughts on it. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but that is my first and foremost, that major news. And also, what Carrollton is doing, I think I did a video on it, but I have not said it on our podcast. Peyton Zachary, Zealous Hicks,
We're gonna talk about
Juju Lewis, Kamari Farmer, Ryan Mosley. Hey, you saw what I said in the video, Bacon. They got their own starting 5, dog.
Man, come on, man. They in transition basketball up that way, man.
Man, they got it going. So that's what stood out to me, man. But yeah, man, that's the first and foremost. I'm gonna throw it to you, Jerome. Are we bringing? I think you said 8 for Aaron. Are we bringing on 8, or are we gonna do them right now?
Let's do it now.
All right.
So
yeah, without further ado, we're gonna bring on Aaron Greggory, man. We cannot wait. This is gonna be a great interview, man. And all the socials are linked right there. Go follow him, man, and get this exclusive coverage right here.
Yeah. So without further ado, man, let's get the man of the hour in, Mr. Aaron Greggory. What's going on, man? Wide receiver 2026 class. Well, I'm sorry, not wide receiver athlete, because he plays.
Right.
He does everything. Very, very talented guy out there in Douglas County. What's up, Aaron, man? How you doing? Aaron, you hear us?
Can you hear us, big dog? Might be something with the
Maybe.
technical difficulties. No worries, man.
Definitely.
No worries.
Man, Aaron, can you hear us? No?
I can't hear me too.
So you can't hear Jerome.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
That's interesting. Okay. All right. Well, while he's doing that, we'll try to get this working. But Naj, you can start off with some questions real quick, and I'll try to see what's going on with here.
Yeah. Aaron, man, just for you, man, just as a reflection point, I feel like always good to reflect on the season you had before going into next year and kind of working on your game. But as a reflection point, just what did you enjoy most, man, about junior year? Just your accomplishments, what your team was able to accomplish at Douglas County, going pretty far, having a record-setting year. Just what's your thoughts on just your junior year overall, individually?
I feel like it was a great year. Like individually, like I know I was hurt 4 games, so I was out a little. But for me to be hurt 4 games and then come back and still kind of contribute to how far we went, I feel like it was great. And then as a team, the team morale of building me back up when I was hurt, or just in general me cheering them on while they playing without me, I felt like that was real good. Because for us to go that far, we had to be a good team. It had to be some brotherhood in it. So I felt it was
for sure, man. And then Aaron, talk a little about how cool it is to play with another dog alongside yourself, right? You got James Johnson. He don't always get the love and credit, but I already seen him, man. Like the kid is a beast. He does a lot of things well, man. But it's like defense has got to worry about you, and they got to worry about him. So how does that complement your game well, and how much you enjoy just playing with him?
It's crazy because he's another game changer. Like y'all see what he do on the field. So him playing with me, it's like okay. I'm sitting here, I'm going to get mine, we going to get ours. So we got to win somehow. So he going to change the game, I'm going to change the game. So it's going to be a whole experience, a whole different experience with him on the field.
No, for sure. And then I know you play both sides, Aaron. I know you're playing some safety, you playing receiver. So obviously, for you, it don't matter which position you play, but which one do you just get the most enjoyment out of, right? Is it coming downhill, making that big hit, or being a playmaker on the back end, getting a big interception, or is it taking it to the defense, right? You thumping somebody and running them over, or you getting a highlight reel head top catch? Like, which one do you enjoy the most, man?
I don't know, to be honest, because it's the head top catch. Oh, it's everywhere. Then you got the big hits. So I don't know. I really don't like. I honestly don't know. I love both of them. Love them both.
Got you, man. Got you. And then one more I throw to you, Bacon. Just if you had to say, Aaron, just I feel like I've been talking to a lot of players. A lot of them are saying going to next season, especially when they're elite to your level. I feel like, especially when college is coming right up, right? You'll be a junior next year. They try to hone in on one specific thing, right? Hey, I want to make a certain part of my game elite. Like all the other stuff is great, but if I can hone in on that one thing to make it elite, I think it could take me to the next level, and I could be a potential impact starter on the next level when I get to school. So is there anything in your game this offseason you plan to work on, or if it's a couple things, what's kind of your goal of what you want to kind of perfect and hone in on your craft to continue to kind of build and get on to the next level as well?
I want to definitely work on my footwork. So even if they're pressed or they're non-pressed, high schools don't really press. But if you're in that slot, because I like to go both slot and outside. So if I'm in a slot, then there's going to have to be someone down. So I know I want to work on my footwork a lot. And then, of course, getting faster. Because you get off the line, you blow past them. Can't do nothing after that. You beat. So them two, definitely.
And then just one quick follow-up. What's something you can work on? Because I'm hearing that first step, which is big. Like you said, they can't really do anything. What's just say a specific drill that you can do to kind of hone in on that and get that quick first step, where even if a DB on the next level or you see it next year is pressing you real tight and close, it don't matter. Your first step so quick, you just out your break. Just talk about a couple drills you could do to kind of hone in on that.
Like the twitch drill. So we stab and go. That twitch drill, just getting that foot faster to cutting the ground and dip out. Or just repping it. Just repping the planting out. Just repping that. The 1-2 steps coming out your break. If it's a breakdown route, the 1-2 coming out, come back out. If it's an out route, the hit. If it's a speed out, the hit and just take off and get up out of there. So those real.
Gotcha, man. Go ahead, Beck.
High level breakdown. Jerome, you got your sound back on, brother?
My sound, you can hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me, man? Still not? All right, we'll move on, brother.
Let me try something. Let me try to switch this real quick. If not, we might have to have Naj give him our question. So try that real quick.
That's a bit.
Can you hear him?
Still nothing. All right.
It's all right. Naj might have to ask the question first.
That's fine. Whatever y'all want me to ask him, I'll ask him.
Yeah.
What you got?
Should ask him, brother. Just the best DB he's faced, man, and who he wants. Best DB and wide receiver, obviously, because he plays both sides of the ball.
All right, so per Bacon, Aaron, they asked, what's the best DB you face offensively that you went up against was a tough matchup, and what's the best wide receiver you face on the other side, just playing safety or playing that corner?
Oh, I think DB. It probably been first game against Stockbridge. Their DB, I don't know his name, but Stockbridge DB. I think it was like number 6 or number 1. That's probably like the best DB I faced all season. And then on the back end, probably one of the probably Langston's receiver. I think it's tall, like number 14.
Yeah,
real tall, man.
Tiller, yeah. Okay, and is to elaborate a little bit more, just talk about kind of what challenges they kind of propose kind of against you that kind of stood out.
So the DB from Stockbridge, he's very patient. Like I had to definitely get in my toolbox with him because he's very patient. He was relaxed. He was relaxed. And then from receiver from Langston, he's lengthy, so I had to be on him at all times, and him being that long, you got to be on his body, or he gonna go up and get that catch.
Facts. Just ask him about just the peers. What's his feedback from the peers? You know, he plays against not just his team, but the different teams, camps. Just what's the feedback, man?
What Bacon asked, what's the kind of feedback with just playing against your peers? You know, going up against them in camps, practices. I know you got a big invite to the Under Armour camp that'll be here in February. So just kind of talk a little bit about that.
So, like, what you mean? Like, just going against everybody? That's what
what you take from that?
So I took a lot from just going against through the season because you see a lot of different type of people. Like at receiver, you see a lot of different type of DBs. You see more confident DBs that jump the route. You see more patient DBs that let you the route. You see more faster DBs. So I think going against all types of DBs was very great because during the game, you don't know what they're gonna run. So you get up at the DB, and yeah, you can study him all week, but once you get in the game, then you're gonna have to really lock in on, okay, he play like this, so these will work, this will work. At defense, I feel like it was easier because I play free. So unless we really man or we locked on, it's not a lot doing. I like to see, like, is he fast? Is he good out his breaks? Is he fast on his sit down? Does he drop his hips? Just the different things that he can do, different like things I see as a safety on. So like those are really key things I took away.
For sure. And next thing will be he's got a lot of following, especially on Instagram. It's just, does he detox from his phone?
Yeah, Bacon. You can hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him now.
There we go.
There we go. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I feel like at a certain point I'm right now where I gotta be on my phone because I gotta see who's text, who's that. But if I don't need to be on my phone, I'm not really gonna be on it because it's not the main thing. Like if I'm on my phone, if it's all social media, ain't no reason for it to be all social media. Like It's all politics. So they can be telling you one thing, but the only person who really knows you is you. So instead of listening to them saying what they saying, go out there, work, get the work in. If you put in the work how you want to, then what they gonna say? They gonna have to give you your props. So play that
time.
Love that perspective, bro. Love that perspective.
Facts. And just talk about another person who also knows you well, man. Your pops, man. It's no secret, man. Y'all got a special relationship, man. So just talk about the father-son dynamic, man.
He's always pushing me. Like he always on my back. He's gonna make sure I have everything I need. Cause as a father, yes, but as another thing, as a father, he's always on my back, always making sure I'm pushing as well as like high as I know I can. Like some days you'd be like, dang, I don't want to do that, but he'll be like, nah, you gotta do that. And then if you slacking off, he gonna tell me if I'm slacking off. He gonna push me to the greatest person I can be, and then the greatest man, like him raising me, just be the greatest man there, being a good man in my life.
Thanks, man. Another thing I know Pops is definitely brought up, you know what I'm saying? I like to keep it a little raw on my end, brother. the women advice, man. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, you're a young, high value man. I know girls probably come at you in the hallways and the DMs, man. You know what I'm saying? How do you navigate that, man? Are you allowed to have a girlfriend at this age?
So with me, I'm really not like high into a female. Like I get my one, that I'd be like, okay, that's it. But I'm not really like, oh, it's female right there, female right there, female right
Right,
there.
right.
That's not me. So if it's either one or it's none. So I don't really an issue. It's not really an issue with us because I know what I want to reach. And if females gonna come down the line, they gonna come regardless. But it's up to you to keep putting that work and keep going for them to come with you. You gonna find the right one regardless.
Wise, man. He's 16 talking like he's 36. But last thing, and I'll slide it to Jerome, man. Back to the peers thing, what I was trying to ask, like when you out on the camps at the games, like damn, man, you nice, man. I don't see this everywhere. Just like what did they kind of what does the competition kind of tell you after the game?
So I feel like I respect the other side because you give me my respect, I'm gonna give you your respect.
Right.
Even if I did do you in that game, I'm still give you the mutual respect. Yeah, you might have not been my best opponent, but you still taught me something. I still had to go out there and go against you to get better. So even if it wasn't the best DB, I still had to beat that DB. So I'm using some type of skill to beat him. So
Well
yeah.
said. Well said. Go ahead, Jones. It's the mic is yours, brother.
What's going on, Aaron, man? First and foremost, man, appreciate you getting on. I'm sorry you can't hear my intro, but it's all good. We got you on now. But listen, I want to talk about you transferring from August Christian to Douglas County. What made you think, or made you come down over here and transfer to Douglas County? What was that, transfer like when you first got there?
So the reason I transferred is because I feel like it was a better. Me and my family came together. We felt like it was a better opportunity for our family and for me. So when I had first came down here, I was like, okay, it's new because it's going from private school to public. So I'm like, okay, it's new. So I just had to get into the groove a little bit. They welcomed me very well. That's why I can say Douglas County. They welcomed me like another brother. Even though I'm from wherever, they still welcome me. And so getting into school was perfectly fine. Definitely had teachers that be on my side, helped me throughout that first like 2-3 months that I was new. So just helping me through the school. And then now it's like I'm chilling. I'm sitting back. I'm locked in. So I feel like it was really good. It was smooth.
That's awesome, man. So, like, with you coming to Douglas County, you got some great coaches around you. Like, one personal coach that's teaching right now is Route King. Anybody don't know who that is? Hilton Alexander played in the NFL. Got his son Deuce, who's playing at Wake Forest, playing really well as a freshman right now. So to have somebody like that on your side, like how's that dynamic been? Somebody that has that kind of pedigree. And did you know that you was getting that kind of coach when you came down here?
Yeah, so him being on my side is crazy because he's been to that level and he knows how to get there. So, and with him, it's like, okay, he knows my talent. But another thing is, he's not gonna let me see that. He's not gonna let me just be like, oh, you got it. No, he gonna push me. Even if it's like the littlest thing, he gonna be like, critique it, do it again, redo it. It's always grind. So it's real good.
Definitely, man. And I want to talk about some of your teammates. Obviously, you come in down here as well, and Sire Hardaway, which me and Najee had high praise for, and I don't think he had enough hype around him. Can you talk about you and his chemistry and how was that with you guys while you was down here?
That was great. Like Si's probably the best quarterback I've done been with, cause our connection was already like solid when I had got there. Like even though I didn't know him before I got there, when I got there, it was like, okay, that's quarterback, that's receiver. He welcomed me. He took to be like, okay, Aaron, this is what we got to learn. This is what we got to do. And we go out there and critique it. Even on the field, you can tell the connection is there because some plays I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm getting the ball. So the scramble, I'm going up the field. He see it, he throw it, it's there. So the connection with me and him was always tight.
Definitely, man. Especially with a quarterback that scrambles, you got to kind of be on that same page. But now that he was a senior last year, so you're gonna know how and who is gonna be that next person to kind of step up for you, and how that's gonna be, and how that's going so far.
So right now we're finding that, but I don't think it's gonna be hard to find for real because once he get there, like y'all said, we got so many weapons on the team. Who wouldn't want to come? Who wouldn't want to be a quarterback for it? So
Facts.
yeah, so when
Facts.
we get there, it's gonna be the same thing, the same connection, except now we're welcoming him in instead of welcoming me in. It'll be I'm welcoming you in. I'm gonna teach you every way. I'm gonna teach you the ways, and we're gonna make it happen.
Definitely, man. Well, I know Bacon already called and talked about your pops and how he is with you, training you. But tell me, like, because you're a very humble kid. You know, every time I see you, you're not rah rah. You're not really like you're not trying to be a diva out there. You're just trying to work. So, what were some of the things that maybe your dad taught you or told you to make you the kid that you are right now?
Definitely humble and like I feel like when I was little, we went out to the practice field. This is probably when I had first started playing pad football. We both put on the pads. He hit me, so I feel like that's been very humbling since like
Yeah.
that. Okay, you the big man, you got it. So yeah, so I feel like, and then him being humble himself, like he works, he sell cars, so he deals with a lot of people. Sometimes he feels like, oh dang, why you acting this way? I'm just trying to work with you. So him being humble and him keeping his composure when he does that shoots back off me because I'm keeping my composure and I'm being humble while I'm doing this. I feel
Awesome.
like
Awesome. Well, I got a couple more questions, but I'm gonna let everybody else get a final questions in. Go ahead, Najee. You can start if you have anything.
Yeah, how excited are you, Aaron? I don't know if it's been announced or if you know, but I know you guys are going to be playing, I believe, in the Cork Hill Classic, obviously downtown, just in the bins. Just how excited to kind of play in that environment, man, and be on TV and kind of getting that, obviously you guys already have exposure how great y'all are, but just having that statewide exposure and kind of just being able to play on TV, showcase your talent, man.
it's great. Like the feeling is crazy because it's like we already know. Even though last year we wanted to be there, but it didn't work. But this year is definitely like it's definitely crazy, and we get to show even how better we done become. Like through the summer, we still gotta work through the summer to get there. So it's like okay, last year it was good, but this year they gonna be even better because we gonna put the work in. So when we get to that stadium, it's gonna be lights out. It's gonna be DC football.
100%. And then kind of just one more quick reflection on kind of your sophomore season. Just kind of walk through that environment. I believe Jerome was there, but you guys played Woodward Academy. I know you guys were up for a good part of the game, but just what's your recollection of kind of that game and kind of being that environment, being obviously a learning lesson, being so close to getting to the state championship in the bids, but just what do you recollect from that game?
I feel like as a team, we just had to come together better, like come together as a team better. And it's things, it happens. Like everybody gets down at some point, so it happens. All we can do now is just really fix it. And then another thing I took away from that game was like we didn't give up like at all. Now once that game did we give up? Yeah, we might have been frustrated at each other, but we did not give up that game. Like fourth quarter, down by I think it was 2, and we still going, score it, throw a deep ball to me, score a touchdown. We down by 3. We still trying, even though it didn't come out like to the outcome that we wanted. We still tried. So I felt like that was really what I took.
Got you. And then you talked a little bit earlier, Aaron, about kind of how the tendencies of kind of like maybe the DVs from watching film. So I want to ask, I know I'm not sure how it is in high school, so I want you to enlighten me a little bit, educate me a little bit. But I know NFL, right? You study film like 24/7, right? You always looking at film, always critiquing the things. And a lot of times you'll see even receivers, right? They will disguise what they're going to do, right? I know you use a lot of leverage against the DB and you don't want to telegraph what you're doing. To what level is that seen on the high school level? Like in your games and what you're doing, how much do you just disguise? Because you got a corner, you got that defense following you, watching your game. They know how great you are. They know what you like to do. How much disguise is just a part of your game and going out there on Friday nights?
It's very big with me because wherever I'm at, like I'm gonna have to do something like a certain move to get open or something, or even like if we going in there. So like if we go into a game, we already know they're gonna W. Okay, we're gonna put him on the outside. Let them draw 2, 3 people over there. Let them make that linebacker play out more. See, with me, I have no problem with that because if I take 3 people, that running back gonna eat. He gonna have to. So if you focus on me the whole game, okay, I'll let you focus on me. We gonna get how up. You gonna have to go back to put that in the box, and then it's gonna be 1-on-1 from there. Then I'm gonna eat. So we all gonna eat throughout sections of the game. So just knowing the film and watching it, see how they star players. Like if it's a defense, see how they key the other team star player. So everything.
100%. My last one, I'm gonna throw it back to you, Bacon. I know obviously I can tell just talking to you and Jerome and Bacon have already said it. You're a very humble kid, but just kind of talk about sometimes you can be humble, but you still want it to, be on you. But I know it's just your mentality, just talking to you. You're very unselfish, right? A lot of receivers, man, like they can be divas. I want the ball. Like I don't care for winning, you know what I'm saying? But I don't get that from you. I get like whatever I can do for the team. I don't care. Like I'm gonna get mine regardless. It don't matter. Just talk about having that perspective, man, and why you think so many receivers just lack that, and that can potentially benefit them down the line. Just having that unselfish mindset and just being all about the team, that can do the wonders down the line. Just talk a little bit about that.
So I actually learned this like this year coming up. So like I was saying, when I got hurt the 4 games, I'm seeing those 4 games. I'm looking, okay, this is what we're doing. This is what we have to do. So I'm coming back. All right. So I'm lining up here and the other DBs over here. So it's everything. I lost my words. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So it's just like very like humble, like you said. So when I say I'm gonna eat regardless, which means throughout the game I'm gonna get mine regardless. Like I'm not worried about not getting mine because I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep it going. So being unselfish is like, okay, I'm gonna let him get his. He gonna do what he got to do. Like James, some games they double James, and I got fed. Some games they double me. He got fed. So this is just a retaliation of both. So.
Man, I love that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I see that a lot with receivers, and it's just all me, and just the fact of seeing where you are, man. I mean, that's just great. That mindset that's gonna take you far, especially, man. Because a lot of receivers, man, they throw attempts on the sideline. They get mad, like, man, I want the ball. Give me the ball. But don't get that from you, man. So I love that. But I throw it to you, Bacon.
For sure. I think speaking for Aaron and James, man, I know they're humble about themselves, but I think when it comes down to that last second, the last play, and the game on the line, both of them gonna want that ball coming their way, but they're gonna keep it Pete, to say the least. But brother, you know what I'm saying, I can't ignore the elephant in the room and just give the young kids, I like doing that, my bad. For the kids who may see this, man, you with Phenom, you know what I'm saying, just talk a little bit about as much as you can, just kind of how that came about and what it entails from your end to kind of you know what I'm saying, put performance with brand and make a brand partnership come to life.
So as a little kid, I've always been wearing their gloves and everything, and I've only grown, and I'm pretty sure he's seen me before, but I've only grown since I've been like little. So me wearing the stuff, I'm getting better. Even like in 13, he was wearing their stuff. So when I got popular, then he was like, okay, let me watch him until you get to high school. I get to high school, still going. So it's like that partnership was really kind of been there, but it really made it happen throughout this high school.
Yeah. What's your favorite glove or cleat? I like the black ones. They zoom in on that cleat with a real nice camera. I like it every time.
Yeah. I really like the all white gloves and the cleats. I won one game. We went blue and white, and I went white out, and they just matched. They just matched, and you can put it with anything really. So
thanks. Yeah. Dapper Dan. Teammate Breeze Jordan Carter. He just got that South Carolina offer today, man. Just what's your thoughts, man?
Very proud of him because. Like me and him, we both put in work. Like I work out with him in the mornings, so to see him actually going farther now, it's like, yeah, I like it. That's my brother. He doing what he working hard to do. It's paying off. So I love to see it.
Most definitely. And what's the relationship like with Coach White, man? Obviously, he's a hardworking man. I know he be on y'all, but he shows a lot of love. Just what's your thoughts?
It's a love-hate relationship, you know. Because he always on us. It's never a time where Coach White like, okay, y'all can chill. No, always on this. Yeah, we love him for it, but sometimes we be like, dang, just chill a little bit. But it's all love at the end of the day. Him just pushing us to be like the greatest we can be.
Sure, man. And last question for me. This do you have a 7-on-7 team you know you're gonna run with, or is it still up in the air? You're still deciding?
Yeah, so this year I'll be running with Raw Miami. Open my
Say it
Okay.
again. Say it one more time. My bad.
it'd be Raw Miami in their Miami, Florida.
Got you. I'm gonna send it to you, Jerome. I know you got some heat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I want to ask you, what is obviously I want to ask you some recruiting stuff because we didn't get to ask you that. So how's the recruiting for you going so far? I know you got some huge offers, but tell us some latest visits or things like that. Tell us some quick offers that you just recently got. A little bit about how your recruiting going.
Got you. So my visit's coming up. Like I go to Tennessee this weekend, so I'll be down there Knoxville this weekend. So it'd be real good. It's gonna be smooth. Everything else has really been going smooth. Like it hasn't been like it hasn't been a hard recruiting stage. Like, I know some people like say, oh, it can be stressful because you have so many options, this and that. But it's been smooth. I think my parents have handled that with me very well. Of just being there with me through it and everything. Just talking with me through it and talking with me like through all the coaches that's come and talked to me. I think it's been very smooth. And recent offers like Ohio, Georgia, who was Miami, Florida. So yeah, just very smooth throughout this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna read off a couple so the listeners can know what offers you got. But you got Alabama, you got Auburn, you got Arkansas, you got Florida, Florida State, Georgia Tech. You got Ohio State, Penn State. Don't go Ohio State, by the way. I'm joking. Texas, Tennessee, South Carolina. So you got a list of that, and that's just like not even half of them. So I'm just listing off a few of them. But for you to have so many offers, man, how's that feeling for you to be kind of wanting,
It's great. Like the feeling is incredible because it's like, okay, I'm putting in that work, and the coaches are seeing I'm putting in the work. So they definitely like, okay, well he can come be where we at. So the feeling is incredible. Like it's crazy.
Definitely. Now, with all the offers that you're getting, tell us some of the things that some of the coaches are telling you. Like, you don't have to say a name or the school, but just tell us some of the things that they're saying behind the scenes if you want to.
Really, like they want me bad. They want me to come out. Always trying to get me on the campus. They want me just to come out and see it. Cause the biggest thing with me is me and the coaches bond. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, I like the coach bond. Why not go show him love? Like, it's a lot.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now I'm asking some fun questions. First one I want to ask is there a NFL comparison, or maybe not even NFL or college, but if there is a player that you kind of compare yourself to or see yourself finding your game after?
So I really like the find my game with their D Hop. Like when he was real nice. He still is, but he getting old. him and then a little bit after Randy Moss, because Randy Moss always has the hands. Like his hands was crazy. So I feel like those two was really big.
Definitely. Can I give you one? So I've been covering you for a while, and I get to see your game, and I don't know why. And this player, I've known him because I lived in that area, so I've seen him when he played in college, and when I see you, I see a lot of very similarities, even with the way you are. You're very humble. So Allen Robinson, remember Allen Robinson? Allen Robinson, you remind me of him, like the length, the way you catch the ball, getting in and out of your race. You don't think so much?
From Jacksonville, right? Allen Robinson?
No, you don't need to play like him. No.
From Jacksonville Jaguars?
Yeah, well, in his heyday.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Naj don't agree, but I just me personally, I just see it. I don't know, but yeah. So before we get you off, man, I like to ask you fun questions at the end. So let's get to it. We're gonna ask you about your teammates. So who is the hot hit on the team?
It would be Brandon. We call him Lil B. Brandon Everson. He definitely crashed out on our team.
Crash out dummy.
Love to play with him though.
Definitely. Who's the goofiest on the team?
Probably Jordan. Breeze. Probably the goofiest.
What's some of the things that you be doing?
Like, even on the field, like, it's crazy because the bond that we have is like we can joke on the field sometimes. So, like, sometimes it's go across the quarterback. You know, you're not supposed to hit the quarterback. Okay. He don't go, but he'd go pick him up and just hold him in the air. Sometimes. Just
Definitely.
being funny. His personality.
I know that drive coach crazy, don't it?
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, who has the weirdest pregame ritual?
Weirdest pregame ritual. Let me think. Who else? I don't think we have anyone like with a weird pregame ritual. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, oh yeah, I don't think we had nobody.
What do you do then if you have something?
So at the end of everything, it's really something we all do, but we come out in different groups. So the first group that comes out, I come out, I pray right before I come out, catch a few punts, stretch with receivers. Okay, we get the pregame. And then before we do punts, I pray again, and then I pray again with the team. So pray 3 times before the game. I think that's real.
Definitely. All right, last one. I'm an anime fan. I love Dragon Ball Z. If there's one player that you confuse with, you know, your boy, your homie, and y'all confuse and just make an alternate player, who would that be?
Oh, like from an anime?
No, it gotta be a teammate. Oh, you can do an anime after this. But let's do a teammate right now. Let's do a teammate.
Oh, like I think me and James fuse together. That's crazy.
It's crazy, dog.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy.
Nobody wants to see that, and I'm telling you, bro.
For real.
That's NFL legend right there.
Hey,
They're gonna have fits. They're gonna have fits. You gotta do that. Definitely.
Crazy.
But anything else? You guys got any other questions?
Yeah,
real quick?
I got a couple more. Do like 3 more if we let them go. But some rapid fire. I want you in on this with me, Bacon. Some fun stuff. I gotta ask, man, as far as the food. Now your diet might be different, but I gotta ask, man, if you get into fast food, let's say you cheating the diet, you got a cheat day. Popeyes? Or you doing Zaxby's? We had to pick out of those. Popeyes or Zaxby's, dog? Which one you doing?
Zaxby's every day.
Oh, that's tough.
Every day.
I like Zaxby's, but you got the spicy chicken sandwich.
Right. Wow, that ain't gonna lie, that kind of shocked me. Okay, so he said that's so Popeyes. Okay, and then if you gotta like, let's say you trying to just, you know, I know you're a cool, calm guy, humble, but you trying to put a fit on, man. You trying to be fresh to death, man. What piece of clothing you putting on? What's the shoes to be fresh to death down?
To be honest, like you would never see me, you know, like crazy fit, like no design or nothing. So I'm very laid back. So like probably like a Nike Tech outfit and then some shoes, like some Dunks or something like that, or some Air Maxes. Like very chill, nothing exotic, nothing crazy.
Got you. And then I gotta ask real quick just about the youth. I feel like we didn't ask about that tonight, but what's just, man, your favorite youth memory, man, and what kind of just attracted you to just the sport of football, man?
My favorite youth memory, probably like it's not my favorite, but the one that stuck with me for the longest that went out there with the pads hit me. Probably the one that I loved the most. Like, cause it just taught me, it was like, okay, I'm really not gonna get hit by nobody that's bigger than him. So it just took the fear out of me when I first started playing football. So I think that's probably like my favorite memory.
Got you. And then what attracted you to the sport?
Probably my dad when I first came, because my mom originally, she didn't want me to play football. She was like, no, she didn't at all. So my dad came, I was like, okay, I like it. I try it. And I've always grown up like liking football. So I think he really attracted me to the sport.
Got you. That's all I got, man. I thought you, Bacon, for any closers or you, Jerome.
I'm just gonna leave you with this, brother. Just stay focused, stay locked in, and always seek knowledge, man. You're on the right track, head on straight. Your game speaks for itself. You got the charisma, you're humble, full complete package. Just keep going, man. I'll be praying for you, brother, along your journey.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Aaron, last words. I just want to say, man, keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate you and your dad allowing me to cover you guys. You know, it's more of a pleasure for me to cover you, man, because you're doing your thing, and I love watching you every time I go out there. So keep doing your thing, keep rocking it. You're gonna do some incredible stuff. We're looking forward to your 7-on-7 with you and Mr. Grubbs down there. with Raw, man, they're gonna be a crazy combination. I see people in the chat room already talking about that. So keep doing your thing, man. You're gonna have some fun this off season and get ready for next season. And blessings, stay healthy, and keep staying humble, man. For sure.
Thank you.
You and James might have to get that picture. You know what I'm saying? That might go crazy on the social twin. Just let you know.
I think that's
Like a combination, like you getting the head top and then him running real fast.
Much love, man.
Much love, man. We appreciate you, man. Good luck the rest of the way, man. And stay humble, man, and keep doing your thing, man. You definitely got our support, man, and keep doing your thing, bro.
Yes, sir.
See you in Douglas.
All right, see you, Aaron. How we going?
All right, y'all. So that was Aaron Greggory, man. What a young man, man. Again, shout out to Jerome for just the interview, man. I mean, that was great, man. Where's the thing, man? You usually got a little air horn, or you ain't got no applause.
Yeah.
Gotta give you applause, man. What applause at?
Triple salute.
Yeah, come on, shoot us out, man. We gotta give you some props.
Right, which one we want? We want
Oh my God! Oh, another one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there we go. Air horn. Yeah, man. So shout out to Jerome, man. Y'all get at him on the socials at Inside the Hashes, man. That was just great interview, man. I think I left that interview more impressed with Aaron than I did before. I mean, I was already impressed, but just, man, he got the mindset, man. I think that's everything with anybody, man. Mindset matters, man. You could be as elite as you are, man, but if your mindset and up here is not right, man, you can fall by the wayside, man.
Man,
so,
we've seen so many athletes that.
Look, go ahead, go ahead.
I just say we've seen so many athletes that have all the makeup. Like, man, they're gonna do it, man. They get to college and they stumble and they never regain the foot, and they have to get a regular day job, train, coach, whatever. When they really could have been that max contract player. So yeah, that was tough.
100%. Well, guys, we're gonna keep. Oh no, go ahead, Jerome.
No, I'm just trying to add on to that. Seeing, I had to get him on, man. Again, I be around so many athletes that are talented or good and stuff like that, but a combination of a good athlete, a focused, smart kid, and humble. I was like, I had to get him on, man, for sure. So, one of those kids that I'll always make sure that I'll show love to and help him out. Him and his dad, they're great people. So, appreciate them getting on and agreeing to get on today for sure.
For sure. Great words by y'all. And I love it how at the end, too, with players, man, you always give them a nice sound bite, good word of advice, man. So love that y'all do that when bringing them on, man. But let's get to the breaking news, man. We got to talk about it. I know you got a graphic made up or something, Jerome. You're always good with those, man. So Juju Lewis reclassifying to 2025. So instead of him being a junior this year, he's skipping all the way to be a senior. If you guys don't know who that is, he's on one of the only ones, I think it's him, LeBron, and maybe like one other guy to grace the cover of Sports Illustrated as a high schooler.
Wow,
he's the number one player in the country, or was in the 26th class. I don't know what he'll be now. Have to figure out what happens with all that. But what are y'all thoughts, man? And there is rumors that these SEC schools are hard on him. Georgia wants him back from what I'm hearing, and I heard they are recruiting him very, very hard. So I got to get your thoughts, man. React. What's your thoughts?
I ain't going for it, man. I mean, they may be on this trail hard, but if they're not going to start him year 1, year 2, because it just hadn't panned out for Georgia. I said this on here before. Justin Fields, Brock Vandagriff, and many others have came to this school. Dylan Raiola was just committed. He's in Nebraska. I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it, but if you're going to recruit these top level quarterbacks, you can't let them sit on the shelf and collect dust. You gotta put them in the game. So they can get rusty. You guys spray a little WD-40 on it, man. Y'all like that.
You definitely bring the humor aspect, bro. Yeah, I love it.
I ain't no Cat Williams, but I can go a little bit.
Ain't no Cat Williams. Whoa, that's crazy. But no, man, I think this is a good move for him. Before he was even playing for Carrollton, he was already a highly regarded quarterback. So for him to reclassify, I only think it made sense when I seen it. I was like, ooh, okay, but it wasn't surprising to me because of how not only because I think he's a smart kid too. So not only that, and he's another one that I'm close to his dad too. Talking to his dad's was a coach as well. Really coached him out really early. Really know how to get him in front of the right people. I know NFL people are already looking at him, so this makes sense to me. So I think for him, yes, USC. He's committed to USC right now. He's always gonna have a school or a team that's gonna be looking at him, trying to recruit him. So it's always gonna be an ongoing thing until he actually signs the paper. So I think USC is his designated spot. I don't know if he's gonna change from there, but I wouldn't be surprised either if he did because of how much how many people knows him and who are trying to recruit him and get him into their school. So it's gonna be an ongoing thing. Georgia's the latest of thousands of people that are trying to get Juju right now. So I think that this is going to be something that we definitely need to keep an eye on, but also don't be surprised if it does change. But I don't know. I think that, Lincoln Riley has a strong convention with his track record with quarterbacks right now. So Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, now Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, yeah.
He's always going to bring in the top quarterbacks. I know Juju been at in Cali because he played for I forgot what team he played for. He was in Cali a lot this last summer, so he's been around that area a lot. So I think that he probably liked it, he probably enjoyed it. So him going to USC definitely makes sense, but also, like I said, he's always going to have somebody looking into him. So.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I'm on his Twitter now. I think I've seen something that he's supposed to have a visit locked up with Georgia. This was reported by Jeremy Johnson on 3. February 3rd, he's supposed to have a visit with Georgia. So y'all can go follow him on Twitter at Jeremy_O_Johnson, one of the best ones in the game right now, doing this thing with Dawes HQ. But yeah, man, I think it's big. Like I told you, I think that to me, so in the grand scheme is he's going to be able to be on the college campus earlier. That's one of the grand schemes of it. He's going to be able to play earlier in college, right? Go ahead and get to where you want to be, which is the NFL. The other thing is, man, I think it kind of narrows down the window for Carrollton to a degree a little bit, like the win now window, right? I think this is going to be the team, like they got to be able to go win. I did hear they got a kid coming up, though, in the ranks, 8th, 9th grade, maybe 10th, I think, coming up. That's going to be really good as well from what I've heard. But I think with Juju Lewis, like, if you don't win it this next year, like you're not going to win it maybe for a little bit. So I think this is the window. As I said, I think they got to start in 5 now with Kamari Farmer, him, Juju Lewis, Ryan Mosley, obviously Zealous Hicks, and now Peyton Zachary, who just announced on his Twitter an hour ago that he's now with the Carrollton Trojans. I think it's a win now window now. And I think 6A is going to be very, very intriguing, right? You're going to have Buford there. Carrollton's going to be there. I don't know to be as intriguing as 7A was this year. Obviously, you have to look at how everything shapes up and the classifications and how the regions look. But I think the win now window has kind of shrunk a little bit for Carrollton. If they're going to win it, this is going to be the year with your superstar quarterback. So I think that's one of my biggest takeaways.
That's true. I like that. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, it's going to be interesting. So you say if Douglas is in it, I like Douglas County. Just had Aaron Harris got a great chance if everything fits in the way that it needs to be, man. It's gonna be a show. Popcorn. My popcorn is already in the microwave.
I like that. Yep. So that was the big news. We got a couple more, just a quick updates. Obviously, the camp is going to be here very soon. Under Armour camp, the U.S. Army Bowl camp is February 3rd. The Under Armour camp is February 18th here in Atlanta. So that's the big news as far as camp. 707 circuit is beginning to heat up as well. Already had tryouts. I think there was one this past weekend. Excuse me, at EAC. Yep. As you mentioned, Jerome Hustle Inc. So seeing some good guys out there. One thing I will say real quick on that, and I'll throw it to you guys and what you're seeing on the 707 circuit or the tryouts heating up, is I'm seeing my guy, Teddy Gerard, starting to get some notice now. And I actually like that. I'm kind of happy I was one of the first ones on him. But I like now that he's starting to get the exposure. Luke gave him a good shout out, him trying out for the team. And what I think is great too, and I would tell parents that are watching or follow me on social media, I really do think 707 is a good platform. I know some coaches don't like it. It's not real football, but I think it's really important for position players and for quarterbacks. just getting good reps in, constantly throwing the football, being able to complete, getting timing down. So I think it's really important. So I just love too for him. He'll be able to be on that platform. I don't know if he made the team or not, but I know he's getting a lot of notice. But I think it's just going to be great for him to be able to play with a really great program and Hustle Inc. and be able to get that national and get some of that exposure, man.
Most definitely. I have nothing on the 707 news. A lot of things going on in Bacon's world right now, but I'm definitely gonna get my boots. I'm not gonna say boots. I like get my shoes, my Crocs, get my Crocs on the ground. I'll have something soon.
Definitely, yeah. I know the UA next camp is coming up, so that's gonna be the next big thing. I'm trying to go to the Atlanta one. For sure, the Atlanta one. I need to get those contacts though, but definitely, I think those are some two good ones right there. Right now I'm trying to focus on the Senior Bowl, which is coming up in like 2-3 weeks. So that's gonna be big on my end as far as the NFL side. But I know that OT7 is definitely having one. I know Hustle Inc. tries to have one every year as well. Cam Newton has one every year. So it's gonna start heating up, especially once the actual weather starts heating up. It's cold, man. It breaks outside, but definitely it's gonna start heating up a lot more the next 3-4 weeks. A lot of teams are having their tryouts. I went to one so far. That was Skirt's performance, and I did that like 2 weeks ago, I believe. A lot of teams are having their tryouts, getting their teams together, getting their, a lot of recruiting. I know my business partner, Lamarcus Bailey, is going to be coaching that one as well. So this is a very intriguing time of the year, man, because, they formulating their teams. You're going to start seeing, players start playing with each other. And I think it's cool, too, because now you start creating these alliances with players. So when it comes down to making a decision on the school and one player's already there, you're like, all right, I already got chemistry with this guy, especially if wide receiver, a quarterback situation hit, like Aaron and Grubbs, man. That might be a situation where they'd be like, hey, man, I'm about to go here. What's up, man? Like some back recruiting, So a lot of these guys know each other, KJ, Bolden, Mike Matthews, and Jalen Crawford. They played together for years with Hustle Inc. So stuff like that. They kind of you kind of get those different relationships, get to play with different players, get different type of coaching, get different type of understanding of how other people do certain things, and you kind of put that into your own skill set. So I think that's a 7-7 is a great opportunity to do that. Low risk injuries on there, having fun still, but also competing and getting different types of talents from all over the place. You get to travel. I personally like 7-7 season. I didn't know nothing about 7-7 season until I came down to Georgia. But it's incredible, and they treat it just like the games down here. So I love it. It's awesome. I think it's a great idea.
100% agree. Well, that gets us to our next topic. I think we got one more before we close out football. Biggest recruiting news and update. Bacon, I have talked with you off air, off camera. Again, brother, do not reveal anything that you are not able to reveal. I know you got some scoops. Whatever you are able to reveal on camera, just reveal if you can.
Yeah.
I have some big news out of Georgia Tech. Obviously, you guys know I cover Georgia Tech with SI. So, but I'm going to start with Jerome. What is the latest you are hearing? Yes, guys, we're insiders. So, what is the latest you're hearing, Jerome, with the recruiting news, updates, visits, guys getting offers? I feel like this is a great time too for kids because you're just able to get offers coming in and build those rapports, relationships with players. But what's the latest on your end, Jerome?
Definitely. Trevor Jackson, 2024 quarterback, decommitted from Ohio. I'm about to say Ohio State. Jesus Christ. Ole Miss. He decommitted from Ole Miss. He already committed to a new school. Just waiting for him to. I feel he dropped his school himself, but we got the graphic ready and going. But I think that he's going to a good school, man. And I don't want to spoil it right now. It should have been done yesterday. So we're just waiting for him to drop something. But he's going to be committing to a school. I know there's a couple of people speculating and stuff like that already, but I don't want to spoil anything. But just keep an eye on that because it's a pretty big school.
100%. I thought you Bacon. What's kind of what you hearing that you able to reveal, brother? I know you about to be having some bombshells. You be breaking very soon. Man. So, what are you able to reveal tonight?
What am I able to reveal tonight? Nothing too tough, man. Let's see. I can throw this out there. Just a little stuff, not really no insider news, but South Carolina commit is Landon Duckworth. He led Landon Duckworth out of Jackson, Alabama. Is now the number 3 quarterback in the class of 2026, with Juju's move up to 2025. So another young quarterback to keep an eye on. But I cannot drop any big bombs today. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I got something on the way.
He's not playing. He surely does. That will be going soon. So y'all stay tuned. Bacon Network LLC on Twitter. Bacon Network _47. He will be breaking some major news. Y'all stay tuned to that. Real quick for me, man. I got some big bombshells. Obviously, guys aren't following the Twitter. I mean, I don't know what you're doing at this point, but on my Twitter, you can see I had some exclusive interviews this past week. I got to talk to obviously on the YouTube page. You guys can see. Talked to Cole Funderburk yesterday on Monday on the MLK holiday. That was a really good, fun interview as well.
Yes,
just enjoyed talking to him, man. But I think he's very obviously it is not done yet. You know, he said he still wants to keep it open. That's just what he narrowed it down to. That top 5 right there. But he just received the offer today from Pittsburgh, and he just plans to take some official visits. He's going to Wake Forest, as I broke the news on that as well. This weekend for their junior day. So you got that big major news. And then he's also going to Georgia Tech. He will be on the flats January 27th. And when I talked to him, he was wearing Georgia Tech sweatpants as well. And a kind of relationship to kind of watch for right there. Former head coach Bill Stewart of North Gwinnett. As you guys all know, he is now the defensive analyst at Georgia Tech for outside linebackers. Cole Funderburk is an edge rusher defender. So you know their relationship is like this. So only 45-minute drive from home. Got a good relationship with his former coach. Coach Coleman is recruiting him very hard. He likes being on the flats. He can go there by himself. It's not hard. You know what I'm saying? He can just come when he can. So I think that is a strong relationship. Really good player. 6th in the state in sacks, 16. And he has goals and aspirations of getting an elite quick first step, man. So that is something to watch. He plans to work on that all offseason long, man. And what stood out to me in the interview is what he said. I don't want to just be great my senior year, right? I want to be an impactful starter as soon as I step foot on a college campus. That stood out to me. He's not just, okay, let's look at my senior season. He is forward thinking, and he wants to be great now already and wants to kind of lay his impact on the game. That really stood out to me as well. I had another big interview as well. Hold on one sec, guys.
Well, while he's
go ahead.
While he's doing that, I will say this. Peter, what's his name? Shattuck. What's his first name? Y'all remember? Out of LaGrange.
Parker Shattuck.
As you know, South Alabama head coach, just moved to Alabama for the DC position, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true.
He did put up a tweet with the hand over head emoji. So maybe he's gonna shake some. Recruiting news, of course. Recruiting news, but you know what I'm saying, maybe not, but that's definitely a deal breaker, as we just seen with Nick Saban move. A lot of people decommit, so maybe some movement from Parker Shattuck, excuse me. That's it.
No, good point by you, Bacon, to expound on your point. I'm gonna bring you right in here, Jerome. After I make this quick point, I seen when his head coach got hired, he actually quote tweeted it and kind of had, I think there was the emoji, the kind of like dang emoji.
Right.
So, as you said, that is something to keep note as well. But go ahead, Jerome. I know you got something you want to say.
No, I think that was a great transition to what my last point was. Mill Creek's former corner, now at Alabama, Caleb Downs was talking about him. He still haven't decided if he's going to the transfer portal, but he's been talking about it. He's been tinkering around with it. 2 big teams that are definitely trying to talk to him very heavily, and I hate to say it, Ohio State was one of them, and the other one was Georgia. So he couldn't come back to state, with Georgia, I've been seeing a lot of Georgia talk lately, and a lot of Georgia guys got some ties to, I forgot the kid's name that he's Travis Robinson. He's friends with Robinson over there. So, it's definitely something to look at, man. He had an incredible sophomore season. Almost ruined the Michigan season, I'm a Michigan fan, so he almost ruined the Michigan season, right in the beginning of that game. So very talented corner. I think anybody will want him. If he transfers, he's gonna get a lot of looks. Just saying.
Right.
Just don't go Ohio State.
Yeah, you're right, Jerome. He has been linked there. I know Georgia's pushing real hard from a former Alabama player and safety from Buford. I can't think of his name now, but he just transferred to Georgia as well. So might see a couple players go there. Caleb Downs, a phenomenal talent. We know his dad, Gary Downs, real cool, upbeat guy, real stand-up guy. Shout out Coach Downs, obviously, and what he does. But yeah, man, that might be a conversation he's having with him. Son, like, he's probably saying, maybe son, just come back home, not that far from there, and it could be, really great for your career. I think wherever he goes, he's going to be a standout. I think the kid's league bound, had I think an All-American season this year as a freshman. So wherever he goes, man, they're going to be very happy as a fan base as well. Some more big news real quick, and I'll conclude this segment. Seeing that four-star player Antoine Hill, who just visited Florida, he will be on the flats this weekend as well. He will be at Georgia Tech, from what I saw, reported by 247 Sports. So that is big as well. He is from Houston County. As you guys all know, he was formerly committed to Coach Prime out there in Colorado. So he will be on the flats. I think that's interesting to watch as well as Alexander Sanchez on the 27th. And you also got Tommy Lafayette as another big player that will be on the flats. So a lot of players from around Georgia and out of state are going to be on the flats to visit the nice campus at Georgia Tech. But that is all I got. I will throw to y'all any closing thoughts before we conclude.
Nothing from you, Jerome?
I think I'm good for today.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
I got to wait for it, so.
Well, all right, guys. That's what we got for us recruiting for today. Again, keep it locked here every Tuesday night at 7:30. We're going to probably have some big news coming up, man. We 3 young journalists in the game, so gotta keep it locked for here. I know Bacon going to have some
hustling.
We hustling, we grinding. We become insiders and big sources for big programs, so y'all keep it locked here, man. But now it is time for the 3-Man Weave. I'm going to throw it to the host of this segment, Arvon Bacon from Bacon Network, man. Lead us, brother. What you got on tap for today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the 3-Man Weave. Like I said, this is the first and foremost podcast where we don't just give you the spiel, ladies and gentlemen. We keep it real. Yes, sir.
Love it.
Let's see. We got to talk about first and foremost the Isaiah Collier injury. If you haven't been paying any attention to him as of late out there in Southern Cal, he is out with a wrist injury, if I'm not mistaken, with a hand injury. Excuse me. He's expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks. That's tough for the young man, for a team who's surprisingly struggling in the Pac-12, 2-3 in the Pac-12, 8-8 overall, man. It just hasn't been looking good. I think Bronny's been in and out of the lineup. I'm not sure. I've been keeping that close up tabs with them as myself. But just guys, what's your thoughts on?
Hasn't been playing well, brother. Nah, real quick, they've been really struggling. I got to watch a little bit of the back end of their game against Colorado. They actually led in the first half, man, of that game. Looked really good. Second half only scored like 16 points. Struggled to score, turn over the basketball, excuse me. Gosh, I'm so locked into football. Turn over the basketball too much. Right. I did get some glimpses in that game, Bacon, from just Arrington Page and what he was able to do, showing he was making mistakes. I mean, he's only a freshman, but he was getting back on the end, blocking shots, finishing around the rim. I mean, he looks very, very promising. Not the best game from Bronny. I think he was 0 for 7 in that game, so kind of struggled. Yeah. He gonna take it on the chin, man. It's probably gonna take him a little bit to adjust a little bit. But yeah, man, I heard from that game though, they had to take it with a grain of salt. They were missing 3 of their starters, so got a lot of injuries, including Collier, who's out about 4 to 6 weeks. So just struggling a little bit. Yeah, that's big. You don't got 3 of your starters, so it's kind of really hard to judge them. But I will say this: they got to start winning, and they got to start winning now because they're going to be on the bubble. They might not get in. You know what I'm saying? We've seen teams on the bubble be able to get in, like with the Trae Young back in his Oklahoma days. When they weren't the best team, but you just wanted to see a all-aspiring talent like that, you might see the same with Collier. But they got to be able to get, I think, the 20 wins, man. They got to be able to get, I think, 9 to 10 wins in this Pac-12. And they may have to go, if they struggle, Bacon, they might have to go on a run in the Pac-12 tournament and be able to kind of just, win the whole Pac-12 tournament to give them a automatic secure bid into the tourney come March.
Right, or is it or suffer the fate of the NLI? Isn't that it? What's that other tournament?
Was it not? It's National Invitational Tournament.
Yes, it.
The NIL.
It might be NLI, NIL. So much going on with the NIL these days, so it's easy to get confused.
I think it's the NIL. That's what it
might be, bro. It might be the NIL. Crazy how it comes full circle. But moving on, former Georgia native. We got two. Let me go on to the young man. Georgia native, Holy Innocents student athlete Caleb Wilson is expected. He's talked to Joe Tipton. Will be in Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill coming February the 3rd. So look out for that. Let's see. He'll be there for the UNC versus Duke game. So that'll be just kind of like a little double dip. You know what I'm saying? UNC's got some good things going on. Duke, obviously. Phenomenon sensation Jerry McCain's there doing this thing, so that'll be interesting. He's got a lot of interest from a lot of places. Kentucky, I know Georgia Tech's hot on his trail. UNC, obviously, I think Gonzaga maybe, but and honestly, before this year, I see the intangibles and I see the cinema. I'm not really seeing it this year. He's definitely put me on notice. I mean, I don't notice, but I kind of see it coming together. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I see the progression, man. It's elite, man. It's elite. His kid's nothing to play with. I like to see him get a little more cut, a little more in the gym, but that's gonna come with time. But the kid is aging like fine wine, even though he's young. But just what's your perspective? Naj?
Yeah, I think Caleb, man, he's special, man. I kind of told you off air. I think, if they don't have a good season, I could see him potentially transferring out. I think he's just that good because a lot of times when we got to see him play, he gets doubled, right? He's so lengthy and long, and like I said, people might call me crazy, but he reminds me of KD, right? He has that long width, that dribble, create his own shot, that effortless shooting ability, be able to get to the rim, a great defender, long. Like I think he just answers a lot of questions for a lot of people. But yeah, man, I mean, he's really impressed me so far with what he's been able to do. And I really think, man, he's a special talent, man. And I think wherever he goes, man, he's gonna make an instant impact.
Most definitely. Another Georgia native, Christian Anderson's been doing his thing, long way from home up there in not sure where Oak Hill is. I want to say Chicago, but I don't want to say that. But up there in at Oak Hill Academy, he had 20 points and 4 assists in the big primetime matchup against Brewster Academy. So shout out to him, man, doing his thing a long ways away from home. Really like I see a little Trae Young, Steph Curry, even into an interview with me and Rod Digital 247 on Twitter. His interview with Christian Anderson, he's like, man, I don't really model my game after anybody. I try to be myself, but I really pick a lot from Steph Curry and Trae Young's game. It's evident, man. This kid can really go. Michigan commit up there with Coach Howard. And that's a program which had a lot of embarrassment of riches in the NBA as of late. So stay tuned to what he's got going on.
No, 100%. I think you bring up a great point with that, Bacon. Yeah, he's been really impressive. I know he's still going to Michigan. I think it was a big loss for Lovett, obviously, this season not having him. But yeah, man, he's a special talent, can create. I think too, my biggest thing with him and my critique this summer is that I just wanted him to be a little more aggressive, right? I thought he was a little passive and just, trying to. It's nothing wrong with getting your teammates involved, but I think he was such a good talent. Like, just look for your shot a little bit more, right? Hunt your shot. But sometimes you'll see players, he let the game come to them. I think he's one of those kind of a players. He lets the game come to him. He's not trying to do too much. But he can create off the dribble, off the bounce, get to the cup, shoot the ball really well at a high clip. But nah, man, he's doing this thing, man. Like I said, I think that was one of the big losses. And if you look at the kind of, high school transfer portal, as we say, a lot of kids, really great kids here from Georgia, really transferring out to other schools and other programs. But he's just a marquee talent, man. I wish I could have got to see him in person, man. But I think he's going to be really good for Michigan.
For sure, brother. Do you have any news on the MLK Classic for the women? For the ladies?
I was trying to look that up while you were actually talking.
That's fine.
No,
I'm going to something else. Let's see. We got the Alabama Classic in Huntsville this weekend. That'll be a major win. Am I going? It's not likely. It's inclement weather. Snow is going to be coming down, and that's not going to be a favorable matchup for me and my vehicle. Even though I got good tires, everything's good. We're just not going to want to risk it up there because we got a big thing going Sunday, and we can't miss it. We can't miss it. We can't. But
you gotta get those Jersey tires, man.
Jersey tire. What's the brand, bro? You know, Michelin.
No.
What he is.
The funny thing, when I came down to Georgia, and the first time I came down here, the first year it snowed. It was like an inch or something like that. And I'm just laughing at everybody. And my old boss was like, "Listen, like, we don't have the type of tires that you have up there." I'm like, "There's a difference?" Like, hold on, I didn't know there was a difference. So
believe it or not,
apparently there's a difference. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I just said believe it or not, brother. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna chance it unless something changes. Unless I get a gust of motivation to go pursue it. I'm be right here. Where you see, man? We see me in my room right here. But some of the matchups are going to be great matchups to see. You know, first of all, it's going to be one of the first time Georgia and Alabama hoops are coming together. It's being put on by VII Group and the collab with Huntsville High School. That's where it's going to be hosted at. The 12 o'clock, the noon matchup, Alabama time, of course, is Grissom versus the Love School. 1:30 p.m. So it'll be Pinson Valley, home of Kool-Aid McKinstry versus Meadow Creek. 3 o'clock game is Hazel Green versus Green Forest Christian. I don't know too much about these teams as of late, but I know Green Forest is known for their big, long, athletic front court members. And then a big-time matchup, kind of, sort of. You got Hoover versus Dutchtown. That's will be a good match. I think Hoover's gonna who should win that matchup. We'll talk about their number one player in a minute. Buckhorn Caleb Holt, I believe he's the number 2-3 player in the class of 2026. He's a monster versus Osborne. That was going to be probably the biggest draw. Unfortunately, I haven't heard any word or seen anything on social media that relates to me that Akai Fleming will be back in action. So that'll be just a good game to see kind of Caleb, but Osborne definitely has a lot of young stars that's definitely doing some good things. Lastly, for the primetime matchup at 7:30, Huntsville High School will be playing Kell. Get to see C.J. Brown up against Huntsville, who's actually ranked in the top 25, believe it or not, Max Preps. I believe they're top 10. Got a lot of special things coming on about that. But do you have anything on the ladies, Naj, while I pull up some of this Huntsville news?
Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and take the ball from you. A couple news. They had the big MLK Classic. So Wesleyan ended up losing to Montverde Academy, who's one of the top teams in the country on the girls' side. They lost 56-41 in that matchup, kind of pulled away from Montverde. Montverde pulled away from them, actually, in the third quarter, scoring 22 points there. So they ended up coming short in that tournament in Atlanta. Grayson keeps on churning along. They got a real big win on their belt. They are 17-0 this season. They beat IMG Academy. They just look like they're the real deal. Like I said, I think their girls and their boys team got a good shot to win it in both this season. They continue turning along, and they just beat Norcross yesterday, 59-37. Norcross has Janiyah Atkins and a really good roster overall, and I think that was a non-region matchup between those two, but we'll be interested to see who comes out on top. But Norcross, another real good team to kind of watch. They might be in the final going up against Grayson potentially as well. So that was the wrap up, I believe. Most of the teams. Oh, the other one was Hebron Christian. Just came to my mind. Let me see if they were able to win their game. And I got some breaking. It was January 12th, but I don't think no one's talking about it on the hoop circuit. Some breaking news out of Berkmar. So we'll talk about that in just a moment for their basketball program. But they played. Let's see. Here. It's hard. Where's Hardtown? Well, I thought I seen Hebron Christian in there, but they're just to talk about them a little bit. They're having a good season, 15-2 in Class 3A. They have won their last 8 matchups so far. They beat Monroe area, they beat Hart County, Oconee County, in St. Francis. So they're having another marvelous season. And continue to play well. So they're going to be a team to watch, obviously, in 3A. And then the big breaking news I got is that I don't think Austin Cook is no longer on the program for Berkmar. I seen some news on the 12th that said levels, and he had a whole new team. I think he is in Arizona now, AZ Compass Prep School. Says Eddie Cook the third, so he is on there now. I seen that. I definitely had to talk about that. And in his bio, he also has the same thing. And if you go look all the way down his Twitter bio, the last time he was playing with Berkmar was December 21st. So it looks like we have an in-season transfer out of state. Eddie Cook, I thought he was going to be a major time player, obviously with Berkmar. Him and Makai Ragland, who's on a lot of people's recruiting boards. I thought it was going to be a dynamic tandem and kind of made them a contender in 7A. But with him gone, we'll see how the guard play looks. But I think he is in Arizona now, suiting up for the Dragons. Why you laugh?
That was dramatic. For the Dragons. I like that. I like it though. But Dwayne Brown. Huh? What'd you say? Jerome?
He pinned on his announcer voice. For the Dragons.
I like that. It just made me chuckle. But back to the Hoover news. Hoover's primetime player composite, 4-star rated by 247. Dwayne Brown, center. Got him rated as a center. He's 6'9", is definitely a wing. I don't know why they do that. I mean, I know he may play center for his team at the next level. He's a center. He holds offers from Alabama, who recruits their state well. Cincinnati, Georgia State, LSU, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Virginia Tech, UAB, who has a nice campus, as we've seen down there in Birmingham. Me and Naj and I, let me correct my grammar. But special type of player. I believe he had what game did he have? 25. He had 26 points against Caleb Holton against Buckhorn. He had 26 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, and guess what? 10 for 10 from the field goal and 6 for 10 from the free throw line. Brother's a monster, man. He can definitely got some good post moves here. Catches a little entry pass. Active on the glass, man, real physical, so it's definitely a load. Switching news onto Huntsville, they're definitely top 10. They are number 9 as of late on the Max Preps basketball rankings. Let's see if I can find a player on here. Simon Walker, definitely a prolific scorer for this team, man. It's they're real good. They can definitely hit a lot of good jump shots, well coached. Special group, man. It's going to be kind of similar to that team. I can't remember the name we saw who played Grayson a couple weeks ago, if you remember.
North Broward Prep.
Kind of similar to North Broward Prep, but maybe just a lot more players who can contribute off the dribble and play. So they're a lot more active, well-coached team. Obviously, you'd be top 10 in stat, top 25. With not just high school teams, but EYBL Scholastic team. That says a lot about the program and about the pipeline that's coming through Huntsville, Alabama. So we're gonna pocket pass it to Jerome and see if he's got anything coming out of the airways. Yeah. Back to the basketball game, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not a big basketball guy, but I've been trying to look at the boys at Grayson. I did look at the game yesterday at the Dream basketball game.
Okay.
Bishop McEmore swept the floor with them. They swept the floor with them. So it was I never seen Grayson play before, but they look dominant. It's the first game I'm watching. I'm trying to keep up with them. I'm not a basketball guy, like I said, high school at least. They mounted the floor with them. They beat them 78-55. Had that game the entire game. Thought it was an incredible game. Also, a stat that I didn't know that until I looked it up. Grayson is 11-0 in the state. They're dominating the state of Georgia. Now they have their total record is where am I? I'm trying to keep up, guys.
You could
16-2. So they only lost 2 out-of-state games. Won 5 of them. So right now they're cruising. They're looking real good. I was very impressed with them. I know you guys been trying to put me on them. Like, hey man, they close to you. Stay on them. They look like bosses right now. So I'm gonna definitely stay in touch with the Grayson games. see how they're doing, give you some updates. Maybe I can start getting some names in there like that. But
There you go. There you go.
That game yesterday, and it was fire, man. It was fire. So I appreciate you guys putting me on. Sure.
How did that make you feel, brother? How did it make you feel to be in that type of atmosphere? You know what I mean?
There you go. Listen, and if it wasn't for me being in this podcast, I wouldn't have known about that. So if none of you guys, maybe you guys just get polished up like myself, these guys know what they're talking about, man. They definitely know what they're talking about. So make sure you stay locked in this podcast because they give you gems, man. These guys give you gems.
Every now and
Love that, man. But yeah, a couple names you can jot down, Jerome. I'm gonna help you out a little bit. Greggory Harris is a Purdue commit, 4-star player, one of the best ones in the state, man. Their best player, can do a little bit of everything. CJ Highland, the Western Carolina commit, doesn't get a lot of love, but kid is special. Good tempo, good pace. Number 11, Harris, I believe, is 24. And then the other one is Jacob Wilkins. That is the son of Dominique Wilkins, currently committed to Georgia. You can start with them three and then kind of build your point off that, man. But that's a good start for you, man. Those guys are very, very elite, man. Yes, sir. All right, man. I got a couple more before we close out the segment. Bacon had Pace Academy continues the road to beat Hiram in their Dream Hoops Classic. I tried to see if I could find anything on how the whole event went, but I couldn't find too much. Also, a special shout out to a Hall of Fame coach, Sharman White of Pace Academy. He is actually going to be Bacon. I don't know if we talked about it, but if I can talk about in my other podcast I was doing before. Mm-hmm. But several marquee players are going to be at Team USA basketball, the Nike's Hoop Summit, April 10th in Portland, Oregon. Going to be Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, Cooper Flagg. I think not the Boozers. I didn't see the Boozers, but those are some of the marquee ones. Another one will probably come to me, but Trey Johnson, formerly of Duncanville, now playing with another school. He's going to be there too. But I think Sharman White is going to be the head coach for them for that summit, for that tournament. So watch out for that in April. As far as big news, Bacon, we got to debate about this, man. We got to talk 6A. I thought we talked 7A, but Raj just had their power rankings January 16, 2024. So I just want to kind of get your reaction to that real quick, Bacon, and then let's break down 6A and kind of close us out. Grace, they got number 1, Grayson, number 2, McEachern, 3, Sandy Creek, 4 is Kale, 5, Alexander, 6, Berkmar, 7, Wheeler, 8, Pace, 9, Shiloh, 10, Holly Innocence, 11, Archer, 12, Green Forest, 13, Newton, Buford 14, and Tucker at 15. What do you think about this rankings? What stands out to you?
What stands out to me is a Berkmar being, which I'm not sure if it's right or wrong. I mean, obviously, they just lost that player, so maybe it is right. Berkmar is low, and it just hurts my spirit, man, because it looks like Grace is going to really run away with it. Unless McEachern can do something. I think really it's going to be similar to last year once Norcross got upset by Cherokee. It was like there's no point in going to state championship because we know Wheeler's going to win it. And I feel like it's going to be similar this year, unless Wheeler does something. I think Wheeler is a dark horse, but unless it's Grayson versus McEachern, nobody's going to want to go to the state championship, and maybe that's why GPP Sports have put a lot of effort and why they have dropped the state championship this year. But that's neither here nor there, but I think that's my biggest takeaway. But other than that, top to bottom, the top was definitely solid. The bottom, not too knowledgeable about, but
100%. And then real quick, let's just talk about obviously 6A, man. Just what stands out to you? Some teams in 6A: Alexander, Shiloh, Hughes, Woodward Academy, St. Pius, Riverwood, Lee County, Pope, South Paulding, and Lakeside Evans. Seen that in the top 10 somewhere. But what teams stand out to you in 6A?
Riverwood, I haven't seen them play, but I know they got some elite guards. Anytime you have elite guards in tournament play, you can make some things happen. I like them. Shiloh's got the young man that's on a tear right now, whose name is blown up in recruiting news, so you definitely got to keep an eye out for Shiloh. Alexander, they won a state title last year. They're definitely the favorites. Langston is a team that I like. They lost a close game to Wheeler at the what classic was that? The New Year's Classic. Mm-hmm. And I just for seeing their coach the first time, he's fiery. I feel like he gets the most out of his players, and then, you get a couple things go your way in a tournament style play. sudden death, anything can happen. So Lynch is definitely a dark horse for me in 6A, as well as more so than Riverwood. It was another team you said there. Pace Academy, I feel like they're too undersized, but do have elite level guards. Let's see. What was another team in the top 5 you said?
I know it's Alexander, it was Hughes, Shiloh.
Yeah. I need to put up. I'm trying to be lazy. Rise, RYZ. Shout out to Simone Bias. No, it's a power rankings. I probably should went to Kyle. Sandy. Here we go. Six A. All right, 6A. St. Pius, I haven't seen. I don't know how old this is. It's January 14th. So Jonesboro's top 10. I don't think this is going to be the year for them, but they are a good team. No, I think I covered everybody. Yeah, what's your thoughts on 6A?
Yeah, I think 6A is going to be really intriguing. I think Alexander's the favorite. They played Hughes, who I was been high on as well, but Hughes was without Cameron Coleman or Cameron Catholic, I believe his name was. So yeah, they're without him. So I think that's interesting as well. And you know, they were missing some pieces in that game, right? Against Alexander. So that's something to watch. That's going to be really, really intriguing. I think Shiloh has a good chance as well with their front court depth, Cameron Steven and some of their guys. Obviously, Tyler Jordan, Julian Cole, they got some dudes. So I think they're going to have something to say about 6A, in my opinion. I think 5A, I think Kel's a lock, obviously. But, yeah, I think 6A is going to be really intriguing with those teams. Don't sleep on Riverwood either with Karis Bilal and obviously J.R. Leonard. Then they got a good shot as well. But I think 6A is going to be really, really intriguing.
Yes, for sure. Segueing off that topic, to get off topic a little bit, I got to talk about a team out of Noonan, Georgia called the Heritage Hawks. Man, they've been doing their thing, and actually not a GHSA team as of 2 years now, but they play a lot of good basketball. Just to give you an example of that, they beat a top 10 team in 6A, the Jonesboro. This is the girls. Excuse me. The top 10 team in 6A, the Jonesboro Hawks. By 11, 57-46. They got a guard, Max Skidmore, who's elite. Who else? Max Skidmore averages 16 points. Sam Mead, transfer from East Coweta, he really sniped that thing, shooting 58% from the field. Oh my goodness. He was also averaging 15.7 points per game. Sam's also averages 7.2 rebounds. Barron, another nice guard who came from Whitewater's, averaging 3.4 assists a game, and head coach of the team, the odds behind the curtain, who just had his, I think, 100th win at Heritage. Coach Joab Jerome, real plugged in. You know what I'm saying? This isn't no team that hides from the GHSA talent, man. They're always in the thick of things, playing at the big tournaments, the MLK, am I timed out? At the Double Trouble Invitational. So a team to know about. Also the girls, man. A name to know is Julia Sussler. She's foreign, but she can shoot the leather off the basketball, man. I'm not telling you no lie, man. Let me see if I can pull up her stats. They don't have any stats on here. We got to do better with stats, coach. But she's a prolific playmaker, man. I need to get down there, get some film on her, man. Help her out a little bit, but she's tough, man. So that's what I got out of my little scoop out of Noonan basketball, man. This is a program that needs some light. And that was in GHSA would have the light, man. But because they stepped down, this is what happens.
No doubt. But that's all we got for today, guys. As far as the hoops, man, appreciate you guys tuning in. Me and Bacon trying to keep you guys informed. I'm glad you brought that up. Right down there, Jerome, lost my train of thought for a second there. Y'all keep it coming.
Shout out my boy
man.
LGTV. I'm sorry, y'all.
Love, man. Appreciate it, man. That means so much to us, bro. We are trying to grow this thing, man, and make this big and make this a place where everybody can come on a Tuesday nights, man, and get informed and really great content, man. So we appreciate the comment. And that's all as far as what we got for news and hoops. We're gonna throw it to Jerome, man, for the wrap up for the night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's talk about what we got coming up next. So, where is my thing? I don't know where it's at. All right. Well, we're going to not worry about it. What we got coming up next, guys? I know, like I said, I'm kind of locked in, focused on the Senior Bowl right now. So I'm pretty much the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm probably not going to be going to many places. But I want to hear from you guys. What's coming up next for you guys? What about you, Naj?
Good question. Let me see how I can word this.
It's too cold right now too, man. I need to warm up a little bit. This is insane.
Nah, you ain't lying. I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of work with SI. Just really getting connections. I'll probably be remote for the most part. I do got a real good connect with the U.S. Army Bowl. I'm in real good close with Coach Daniels, man. He's a really awesome guy. Really looks out for me, helps me with kids and getting kids in. And they having an Army Bowl on February 3rd, so I kind of shift my focus to that. I really want to go to that. And I gotta ask you, Jerome, man. I'm trying to get this connect, man. If you had any luck with this Under Armour camp, man, because I know that's gonna be big time. So,
I'm
trying to get out there. I might have to hit Jeremy tomorrow, man, to see what I can do, man, because he's the one that told me about it. And Jeremy Johnson.
Yeah, I already hit him up. I hit him up already. I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see what I can do with that, man. Try to get on, but yeah, that's about it, man. Just continue to make these connections with these kids, and I'll probably start doing some tapes on my own channel. And stuff like that. Just continue to get these kids exposure, man. And I don't know, man. I've been kind of contemplating. I do got 2 big things coming up. I'm sorry, I just forgot my train of thought. I got Pike Road DB Julius Lane on my channel for tomorrow. That will be live Wednesday. I will be talking to him from Pike Road, Alabama. And then also got an interview with Jordan Bam Bride, the exclusive from the Walton player, will be on the platform. Got to talk to him, see what's going on with his recruiting, man. He's been supposed to get an interview for the longest, so that'll be Thursday. But I'm also thinking about maybe doing the Najee Wilkins show or something, just around the way, maybe some on tech, maybe a little bit about. Obviously, we cover everything with high school sports and everything. But I don't know. I was thinking about maybe doing a show just once a week. It's just my own thing on Thursday, just talking to fans, giving my intel and my insights since I'm becoming an insider. So, but that's all I got lined up, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got, baby?
I got this weekend, man. I was going to the Huntsville thing, but it's still up in the air. But Sunday we will be traveling to Gwinnett, man. We're gonna go see Darnell Kelly, man. We're gonna do a little feature of what's in your bag. Taking a creative with me. What's his name? I gotta shout his name out there, man. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Get a man's love.
Yeah. Ivy Films, man. I'm taking Ivy Films with me. We're gonna collab and create some dope things, man. Get some quality behind the network, man. Some of that Sony quality, man. So we're gonna go up there, do a little once in your bag feature with him. That should be pretty dope. And after that, man, I'm like week by week, day by day. Probably definitely try to tap to some camps. Get out to some more basketball, man. Work on a day in the life for Carpet Martin episode 2. Just kind of get more out in the hoop scene, like go to Heritage and just game plan, man. But that's what's up. And try to get to the Under Armour thing, man.
Man. Yeah, we really trying to get out there, man.
What about you, Jerome?
Yeah, like I said, just preparing for the Senior Bowl, man. I love this platform, man, because like every time I get on here, I get like 2 or 3 parents like, "Yo, what's up with my kid?" I'm just like, "What's up?" Like, so I love this. It's allowing us. I'm literally getting blown up right now. That's why I keep looking down too. People keep texting me, so it's funny. So yeah, man, we gotta get some more and I would love to rotate it. We're doing this all off season, so if you don't get one next week, don't get mad. We got entire off season to be doing it, so keep that in a lot. But I love the love that we're getting. We get a lot of big people that came into our program because of this. The CEO of Phenom within our feed. I don't know if you knew that. When we talking to Aaron, our boy Zealous Hicks was in here as well.
Shout out to Zealous.
Zealous, man.
Yes, sir. Our local couple of local photographers, especially with St. Lawrence, he was in here. So shout out to you, man.
Shout out Saint, man. He's a good guy.
good guys for sure. So I just wanted to shout out a couple of guys that I seen that was while I was in here that popped in. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for checking us out and showing us love, showing support. Like we said, we try to do this every Tuesday. So definitely stay locked in, stay tapped in. If any of you athletes are definitely trying to get on, let me know. Let Naj know. Let Bacon know. We're all on all social media platforms. So hit us up, DM us, let us know. You want to get on.
8.
100%. We love our guests, man. We love to give that insight that people don't know about the kid. You know, not only just football, but outside of football. Let them know about them a little bit more. Understand their personality, who they are, what they like, things like that as well. So I know with us inside the hashes, we try to do that a lot. So I would love to bring that to this platform as well. I know these two guys are very smart and have great knowledge, and you know they're like me, you know, with being personable with the players and understanding them more than just a player. So I think that's what we offer with this platform, man. So keep it locked, keep bringing it in, share, like, all that stuff, bring them all here, man, because this is where you need to be. This is where you need to be, man.
Yes, I couldn't say no better, Jerome. This is where you need to be on your Tuesday night, man. Keeping it, first and foremost, podcast with Arvon Bacon, with Inside the Hashes, Jerome, and with myself, Najee Wilkins, man. We love doing this for you guys. Anybody is welcome, man. We don't care what sport. Well, I won't say what sport, but football, basketball, we don't care. Come on the platform. Come chop it up with us, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be insightful every single Tuesday, man, at 7:30. Got to be here, man. Follow us on all the socials linked down below, man. And just really great night. Glad to be here, man. Glad Aaron was able to come on and give us some insight into a little bit about his career and going forward as well. But I'll give it to you, Bacon, for the closing thoughts for tonight, man.
Number one athlete in the country. Don't forget that. Number one athlete in the country was here on our podcast. Let's go.
We doing it big.
Doing it big, man. No cap. But first and foremost, man, I want to give Jerome his props, man. He's our producer, editor. You know what I'm saying? Producer, editor.
Graphics guy.
Yeah, Cash does it all, man. Works a regular day job outside of here. You know what I'm saying? Which may be a little temporary what he's doing, but that's another discussion for another day. But Jerome is he's don't let the jokes, you know what I'm saying, distract from this moment. Hardworking man in the industry, man, does his thing, man. And even in the loss, you know, put the eagle on his chest. You got to love it, man. I know it's things right now, but you ain't a Falcons fan, so you know what I'm saying? It ain't like we're on eye to eye. I'm like, yeah.
I had to make sure I got the shirt with the biggest logo on it too.
Yeah. But kudos to you, man. We appreciate everything you do, man. Nigel, you as well. We appreciate everything you do for this podcast, man. And just for my words, well, I got to shout out LG Scout TV, man. If anybody's watching, for y'all too as well, for a guy who really has been down in the Meriwether County, who's got some in-depth input with Sly County, that area that really nobody really can break in, kick the door down because they got a little old school mentality. He's really somebody who's been down there doing his thing. But it's words of wisdom from Bacon, man. Man, I feel like I say the same thing all the time, but it's real cliche, man. It don't get no older or no newer, man. It's really nothing special, man. It's nothing. You go to some seminars, you go talk to a coach, you go talk to a therapist, man. Nothing that they can tell you that will change your circumstance. It comes from in here, man. Take your shirt off. You see a chest, it comes from in here, it comes from up here. Tap out of the social media, tap out of the phones, but you really got to sit and think to yourself, like, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna do some things that you don't want to do. If I'm not going to eat this, man, it's just really about the mental discipline. It's the power of the mind. The mind is powerful. And the moment you believe that and harness that, it's the moment you change your life, man. So that's words of wisdom from Bacon tonight, man. I'll leave y'all with that.
My word of wisdom before we stop tonight. I just want to say, man, like sometimes in life, you will endure in adversity, right? And sometimes it's about how you respond to it, right? Sometimes it's what you cause, sometimes it ain't what you cause. And I think I'm dealing with that. Just, you know, adversity coming. How do you respond to it? You know, and do you allow it to overcome you, or do you respond the right way? And I think that's really, really important, man. Adversity is going to come. Jerome has been, you know, he's felt that. You felt it too, Bacon. I'm feeling it kind of right now. But just your response, I think, is everything, man. When you facing adversity, man, and how you come out on the other side, man. And so just don't never get down, man. I think it's really important. And one big insight is, just use meditation, man. Meditation is very powerful. 3 to 5 minutes. Close your eyes, get some good, insightful sounds, and just lock in on your breaths, man, and just figure out how you respond. Don't always be so emotional and kind of reactory, like when you have something or something doesn't go your way. Really, like, take a step back and think about how you're going to respond to something or how you're going to act. I think that's important. And my last thing, a special book I'm reading, shout out to Pops, man, The 5 Principle by Stickman. Used to rap for Dead Prez, man. Really sitting out to me, the white belt mentality. And if you guys have done martial arts, you know what the white belt is. I think Bacon. White belt mentality, man. It's when you have your most potential, and it just kind of teaches you, and what it kind of goes back into what we learned about Aaron Greggory tonight, right? Just so humble, right? In the game of football, we'll probably say he's a black belt, right? But he has a white belt mentality when you talk to him, right? He's always trying to get better. He's always trying to learn, right? He doesn't think he knows everything. It's just you always trying to add a different aspect to your life, to your game. And I think that's really important, man. That white belt mentality, or whatever facet of life you're in, just always be trying to add a little something extra to it. Have a good mindset, and just ask those power questions, man. And power questions are just those little prompts that go in your head, nice, helpful ways for you to look at things, And I think white belt mentality is very, very important, man. And I leave that on y'all with the words of wisdom. Never feel like you know everything, man. There's always room to grow and evolve. And the big term, and I'll conclude with this, ledge, man. Learn every day, grow and evolve, man. I'll leave y'all with that.
Love it. I gotta write that one down. Listen, my word of wisdom today is believe in yourself when nobody else does. You might not be the most athletic, you might not be the best, you might not be there, but believe in yourself. It's something that you believe in, no matter what people saying. You're not good, you're not trash, you're not good enough for this, you can't do this, and that. When everybody say can't, you make sure you say I can, and keep going. Don't get discouraged, because at the end of the day, if you build yourself up and take on those challenges and not just settle for, oh yeah, I'm not good, so let me stop. No, keep working hard at it, keep going, because you're gonna get your breakthrough. You can get 1,000 no's. It only takes one yes. One yes.
From the sage, Jerome.
Oh, I love that, Jerome. Speaking of Giants tonight, 1,000 no's, but it only takes that one guess. Man, you're preaching. Okay, I like that.
But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for us today, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you check us out every Tuesday night. We're gonna have plenty of guests on here, plenty of great topics, plenty of breaking news. So this is the place to be. Like I said earlier, man. Make sure you check out Naj Wilkes TV. He has some great interviews, great stuff that he's doing. Be on Peachtree. He's working for Georgia Tech.
Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated. So he's doing big things. My boy Bacon over here with his great videos, great interviews.
Appreciate it, brother.
If you're looking for some soul, that's a soul man right there. Soul. So listen. Yeah. You need a guy, go to Bacon Network _47. He's going to have all the great stuff on there. Also, make sure you check out Inside the Hashes. We do all the worldwide football, high school, college, pro football. We need 1,600 more to get to 10,000. 1,600. So help you boys out. Follow us, share, like us, everything like that. We're getting up there, man. So make sure you check us out on there. Go ahead, Naj.
Hey, I think I found some. I think how we should close out the show every night. Obviously, our words of wisdom is great. I like what Bacon does with the first and foremost. I think we should close our show going forward every day, or every night like this. First and foremost, we should all say it. First and foremost, where you not only get the scoop, but we keep it real. How you say it, Bacon?
It's first and foremost where we don't just keep it real. We don't just give you the spiel. We keep it real. Where we don't just give you the spiel. We keep it real. Got it right.
That should be how we close every show going forward. Yeah, let's do that, man. Every time we close the show, all three of us say it.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. But that's gonna do it for us today, guys. As always, we appreciate y'all getting on with us, listening to us, man. Appreciate him and his part for letting us get on here. And we see you on the next one. Peace.